Alrighty, we're back at it again. Very cute video game. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've beaten it like twice and everything. Definitely took some it takes some brain power. It takes some brain power. But each character has their own unique set of upgrades, and then there's the generic upgrades. So I think the go-to is to get all the special ones and then really try to coordinate the generic ones that you get, because they work very well together if you if you plan them right. You can actually do a lot of damage and not die horribly. I did several times. But it's a lot of fun. And it's very cute. And I do have my ghost trinket on, just so that I don't have collision with the environment. Because I hate it. As for the things I've picked up, I have no idea what they do. I wasn't reading any of them. We'll get it. So I have the tornado. So this tornado, I think this is called Flawless. The snow thing and this fairy are 4 of her 5 unique things. I haven't played her yet, so I don't actually know what they are. I've just played it enough that I know which ones aren't normal. And then this snow, thunder, sword thing I just got because it's kind of similar to her other elemental abilities. And I thought, well, that being said, I will take this item. Because you can't give me a scythe in a game and expect me not to use it. So I do believe the fairy heal. I think the shock is her other special ability. Creates a zone that stuns enemies. So the ice is just ice on the ground that does ice stuff. I think the fairy heals, and this creates a zone that stuns enemies, and the tornado is an attack. And Flawless makes everything bigger, I think. Something like that. Anyways, we'll take her shock. Yeah, the Thunder Blade is just a thing. So we'll make everything a little bit bigger. And here comes the first boss. I'm gonna stand in my little healing bubble a little bit. The fairy put it not in a good spot for me. Throwing that out there. Tiny fairy. But at least I do get some hit. And then we're just gonna make everything bigger again. Why not? So the base guy, who's like a ninja, he's pretty cool. I've also used the character that has the rifle. He's also very cool. I do think I actually like the rifle character more. I think, anyways. I could be wrong. Gonna increase the cooldown on the fairy and add something to the tornado. Yeah, that's they really like to surround you when you're trying to get your goods. And then the fairy will now heal 2 HP instead of 1. We stand in its shield. And we'll increase the damage of our tornado up to 30. Yeah, this game's really fun. You definitely have to hustle. So haste and movement speed. You have to really be be thinking ahead. 'Cause if you're just like going with the flow and just kind of being like, oh, I like this thing, oh, I like this thing, there becomes a moment when you realize your damage and your ability is severely lacking. And once you've reached that point, you only have about like one boss to really get together. Because the final boss, at least of the forest, I've only ever played in the forest map. The final boss of the forest takes some effort. I think my fastest time is 22 minutes of the whole map. I think the final boss shows about the 20-minute mark or something like that. I'd be lying. I think the first time I beat it in 25 or 27 minutes. And I've only beaten it twice. I have attempted more than twice. Especially the first time. The first time I faced the boss, it took me 2 or 3 tries. But it also took me a fair amount of time to get to the boss. I like to think that if you can at least get to the boss, you can probably kill it. We're gonna make the tornado faster. It's our main ability. So we're gonna make it a little bit. Now we shoot 3 tornadoes. And we're gonna take a little bit more shock size damage. And some more ice. Lots of AOE going on this character. I'm not mad at it. Definitely not mad at that. I think I like the rifle character more, and I think I still do, just because they're fast. Fast. They had skills that upgraded like attack speed and stuff. That was pretty cool. This one's not bad, just because it's a lot of AoE stuff. So it's definitely crowd control. Aim is less precise. This is like a multiplayer game, so I can definitely see this being the support character. Let's do another pulse on our thunder. Definitely like this healing that just sits on the ground. Because for a while I was using the there's like a wine glass that gives you percentage on each kill to like heal or something like that. And that was the best healing that I had found. We'll take the katana just to have more damage. I guess more precise damage? Not really. But direction damage. In a particular direction. Bye. Yeah, this character definitely easy for the crowds. Oh, we want to take this. So another one that works really well is this boba. Gives haste, but it also decreases movement speed. So if you get it with sneakers, you get haste and you don't lose your movement speed. And it's really nice. Another combo that I found works really well is the mirror, which increases projectiles of generic weapons. And then there's something called the loot box, which only spawns in generic weapons. So as long as the generic weapon it spawns in is a projectile, the mirror will increase the amount of projectiles. That's another one that I found works really well. I don't always use it. It kind of depends on if I feel like I need damage. I use it a lot less now because I've used it enough that I kind of know what each. It's like a good it's like a free trial of the generic weapons. You can figure out like which generic weapons you like which ones match your playstyle or whatever. So now I use the loot box a little bit less because now I know which generic weapons that I want to get if I feel like I need them. Because sometimes I feel like I'm doing really well and I'm like, I don't really need to get this particular thing, or if I feel like I'm really lacking in like damage or a particular type of damage, and I can be like, ah, yes, this one looks great. I think aside from either the katana, the scythe, the ones that I always gravitate towards, there's a generic weapon called cards. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. It just shoots cards out, so it's like a little bit of an AOE kind of. And it can shoot up to 6 cards out, I think, if you have the mirror, the duplicator. Gonna make the katana bigger. My only problem that I'm having here is, it's not really a problem. My concern is that because she's so good at crowd control, am I as strong as I think I am against the boss? But the crowd control does make it better, because at least I can actually like try to focus the boss down because I know that I can kill the crowd. A lot of times. This wine. This is 1 chance to heal 3 HP on kill. It's really good when you're, killing lots of people. We see the boba has haste and movement speed, but the sneakers add movement speed. So I currently have, if I get this, I'd have plus 10 movement speed, and if I get this, I'll have minus 3 movement speed. So it balances itself out. You end up moving faster and shooting faster. Works very well. I have no idea what I was saying before. Oh, I think a lot of times it's hard to focus down the boss because you have to get around all of the mobs. 25% damage. I think we'll do... Oh, none of these are particularly great for that. I think I'll take the thunder sword thing just because maybe that'll be helpful. Increase damage. Yeah, a lot of times it's hard to... I could have said the same point 5 times, and I don't know. I don't like the basketball. You have to touch it to activate it. I don't like it. One more time. It can be hard to murder the bosses when you have so many mobs around you because they get in really close, and if you have, like, shurikens that, like, shoot out in a particular direction, right? Even bolas that shoot out in a particular direction. It can be a little bit hard to get in close to the boss while still having to deal with all of the, it can be a little bit hard to deal with the bosses when you have, like, you're literally surrounded. You have to worry about clearing out the mobs, and then when you get a chance going into the boss. I feel like in that sense with her, it's easier to handle the bosses because you get control. But, like, am I as strong as I feel like I am, or can I just clear bosses? Or can I just clear? Or can I just clear crowds? But I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I could use a little bit more weapons, though, so some of those generic weapons that I don't hate want to show up, I think I would take them. I don't like in games like this, I never like them, but I don't like the weapons that, like the soju and the hot sauce in this game, they, like, drop on the ground. So, like, the ice does it too, but the ice kind of goes where I am, and that's not terrible. But it literally, like, ow. The soju and the hot sauce, like, rain from the sky, and I hate that. Let's do some pickup range. Oh, but with the the rifle character, this dude was really easy to kill. Just because I could just kind of stand still and just unload insane amounts of damage onto him. Focused fire. Sneakers. We've maxed out our boba, so I forget how much movement speed max boba takes off, but if we just keep upgrading the sneakers, we'll come out ahead. It's just really easy to clear crowds. Ooh, the yo-yo. I'm a big fan of the yo-yo. The yo-yo and the cards are probably my favorite generic weapons besides the scythe. The katana's fine. I think I actually like the yo-yo more than the katana. I just want to get the mirror now. I usually don't bother picking up the mirror until I pick up one of the projectile generic weapons, just because it's not useful. And I never know if I'm actually the yo-yo's one that I like to either increase size on or like damage. Just because it is large and it is in charge. The cards I like to increase haste on so they spit out fast. Obviously, damage is never bad, but I like to get haste on the cards and size on this game. See, look, mirror. Generic weapon that creates multiple projectiles will create one more. I don't know if I read that correctly, but I think after I upgrade it one more time, it should create 2 yo-yos. I'm pretty sure it procs with the yo-yos. If not, that's fine. This dude was originally very hard for me to murder because he is like slip and slides, but you kind of get it down. I mean, I got hit there, but for the most part, I kind of can figure out how to get away from him when he does his little slip and slide. I don't like the petals. The petals spread out and then they return to you, but I just... Normally I'd be all for something like that, but I just don't like the way it works. Yeah, I've been playing this game in my free time. Pretty much it's been shown on my other monitor while I'm like doing something else. And it's definitely not easy to multitask while playing this game, but that's my MO in life, is to multitask with things that I should be focusing on. If it requires immense amounts of focus, you best believe I'm doing something else at the time. I just can't help myself. Yeah, no, I have a lot of fun with types like this. These are some of my favorite types of games. I don't know what they're really called. I get that they're like roguelike. I like to call them like short phase roguelite. In and out roguelites. I don't know. There's definitely a term for it. Ow. I don't know what it is. Small scale roguelite. Oh, he dropped. Boop. Haste on... it's not bad. Yo-yo. I could have gotten haste on the site. That actually would have been good. Max out our blade. And then the mirror. Just to see if the mirror actually processes with the yo-yo. Throw hot sauce that creates a spill that burns, dealing damage. That just literally rains from the sky. There's actually a boss that has a similar attack that kind of rains. I think it's the onion boss, so it rains like onion juice to make you cry or something like that. I don't know. I hate abilities that just kind of fall wherever they feel like it. I very much like to be in control. Okay. The mirror does not proc the yo-yo. It's just the cards. But I use the mirror. Well, it's convenient because I would like the cards to show. I think the yo-yo, I just make it bigger. One of the bosses you killed has like a increased size situation. And on the ninja, I would increase the shuriken size. But this yo-yo's so big, and it does lots of rotations that I think it deserves a size. Should I be given? I think I treat the yo-yo and the scythe the same way. Taste and size, not really concerned with the damage they do. Just make them bigger and more frequent. This guy. This is officially a boss guide. That's right. I'm calling it a boss guide. This guy runs away from you. So you have to avoid his bubbles, which I usually don't even bother to do. And you gotta chase him down because he runs away. And you will be stuck dealing with him as he runs away from you. So, you know, avoid the bubbles and he runs in the other direction. You gotta chase him down. Very good. But if you can successfully stay on him and or avoid his bubbles, you're chilling. Okay, my we'll just do the last of the movement speed. Movement speed is definitely useful on some of these. Some of these bosses, they're just way too fast. Like their abilities you have to dodge. I found that sometimes I just get the sneakers, and if I can't find the boba, I feel like I need to move faster. And I still don't know if there's like a cap on. Well, the onions are showing up, so the onion boss will be soon. Still don't know if there's a cap on how many upgrades you get. Like how many different things you get. Oh, here's the cards. Shoot 3 cards that deal 10 damage with a 50% critical chance. And then now because my mirror is upgraded, I think I shoot 8 cards. Anybody count that? Leave a comment down below if you counted how many cards I just spit out. Or you could just go back and see what the max upgrade mirror does. I think it does 5. Oh, actually, there's only 4 marks, so maybe it only does 4. Therefore, I shoot 8 cards. Math check, anyone? So here's the onion boss with his very annoying skill of dropping things from the sky. This is what the soju and the hot sauce do. Oh, water bottle. I really like this one. 1% chance to gain a shield. 5 shields, whatever. It just drops on you, and then if you can see my HP bar, I have a little bit of blue on it. Classic video game shield color. In case you guys haven't noticed this entire time, I don't really try to avoid damage, so the water bottle showing up and doing a bang. 10 out of 10. And again, I wonder if I'm really doing as much damage as I need to be doing because I have a lot of crowd control, so I'm really been grabbing the upgrades that increase damage. Or like critical chance, critical damage, stuff like that. Like this dice, and then there's a pair of glasses that does straight critical damage. I haven't touched it. Of course, if I come across them and there's no other upgrade that I want, I'll grab them, but I've kind of not been concerned with them in this. Ooh, haste. Haste on the scythe. I want to get damage on the cards. I'm not sure if I'll get another chance to create a weapon, but damage on the cards, for sure. Just because I haven't put haste on the scythe. And I don't see a chance of putting size on it. Cards again. Yeah, I think for like buff wise, healing and shield, the wine is the best healing generic in the game, and the water bottle is the best shield. Normally I would get the elixir, which gives you additional XP if it was earlier in the game. If you get it right away, now I kind of don't care about it. I'm evidently doing just fine with it. I don't want to waste time upgrading. He's annoying because he teleports, but you just find him and murder him. He'll hit you, he'll teleport away from you. But for the most part, you chase him down. And you try to hit him as much as you can. And I just take this. I don't... Like, if I get a chance to dodge them, I do. But as you can see, maybe you can't see because he teleports. Really good way. I try to stay close to him, thinking that'll prevent him from teleporting. I don't know if that sounds logical or not. That's just what I do in hopes that he stays. And sometimes I ignore him. But then I remember that I need to kill him, and so then I go back onto him. Sometimes I just ignore him to kill the other mobs and get the extra. Because he teleports so quick. I have one reroll left. I could get the wine, but I guess we'll take critical. Not really inclined to get the wine because I have my fairy. It was very useful. I should stand though. Yeah, I had this turtle shell thing and I don't know how it works. I don't get it anymore. I definitely did an experimental run where I just kind of grabbed everything. See what everything did, see what's good, see what's not good. Turtle shell is a variety of not good. The shooting star is nice. It deals more damage the further it travels. I think it gets bigger as it travels outwards. Not entirely sure, don't quote me. But it does more damage the further it goes. So I particularly like the boss. Because theoretically, right? Especially if you're better at video games than me. Oh, now I'm just shooting so many cards out. Yeah, especially if you're better at video games than me, maybe you can actually target well. I don't target well. Mostly because I don't pay attention. Oh, and here's the final boss. So I didn't get to kill him in time, so I don't get his reward, which is why I said sometimes when I have to remind myself not to just ignore him. So she pretty much has every ability of all the bosses. Who knows if he would have given me one of those upgraded totem thingies, but it's a good idea to kill all the bosses. Now, spoiler alert, she's not the only thing at the face. She does spawn in creatures, urchins. And I usually don't bother with them. I try to focus entirely on her. Just because the longer you let her live, the more likely you are to die. A very obvious concept. Now I'm thinking too much AOE. Her fire I consider the most dangerous thing. I don't think I'm doing quite enough damage, but I'm just trying to hang out in my little healing boat. And you still get a little bit, as you can see, of XP, so you can potentially, get that extra whatever you need. Potentially. Cool. Now, well, this is gonna be a not good one. Yeah, I do not have quite as much damage. This is what I was talking about when I was like, well, let's clear out crowds. Yeah. Oh well. It's fun though. It's a lot of fun. Ooh, the tornado did insane DPS. And see, look, the yo-yo, still good. That's why I really like the yo-yo. It gets up there. The cards didn't have their chance to shine, but the cards were doing just as much. The cards were doing like better DPS. Fairly good damage to the Thunder Blade that I had since the beginning. That's why the yo-yo and the cards are like my favorite damage. Then the scythe, obviously, for the lifesteal. Did not manage to beat her, but I did get to her, so that's a win. Next time.